maybe quickly glance at my response or something, toss me a question about it. Like, I'm sure, because almost everything I wrote probably has a story.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of that guy, so it's like, I got my drink, and I'll sit here and tell you a joke.
That's a good. What's your full name, and do you have any nicknames? And you said your mother calls you Poindexter.
Yes, she does. That evil bitch. I love her to death. I do. I love my mother, but goddamn, all right, hold up.
That was so Revenge of the Nerds right there. Yeah, that was a name in Revenge of the Nerds.
That was the name of the guy from Revenge of the Frickin' Nerds.
See, I know my movie.
I was a bit of a nerd as a kid. But here's the fucked up part. She dressed me. She dressed me. I didn't dress me. So who dressed me looking like Poindexter? This woman does. And what did she do? Call me Poindexter. And of course, because I always had something smart to say, she was just baby, I gotta go. I will talk to you later. Love you, Poindexter. I'm like, you know what? She's the only one that can get away with calling me that.
Yeah. You choose somebody alive or dead to talk to. Who would you choose?
Nikola Tesla. Malcolm X.
Oh yeah, Nikola Tesla. Come on. I mean, the man was a genius with electricity.
Right. Remember
he
that.
figured out how to give free electricity over the air.
Right.
Every person's house could be running on free ass electricity.
Right.
And but of course, mysteriously, all of his funding dried up.
Right.
Oh, come on. Okay. Malcolm X, by any means necessary. When it comes down to my participation or my feelings in politics, especially as it pertains to gay rights and everything else, I'm very act up. Sometimes I'm Martin Luther when I feel like this needs a soft hand, this needs a soft touch, but it's not that often. More times than not, I'm very Malcolm X. I'm very by any means necessary.
Right. Yeah.
And then we got Cleopatra. I mean, I just want to know what Alexander the Great was like in bed. Really. And if I had him at the dinner party, he's just going to lie to me.
Yeah.
But if I have Cleopatra at the dinner party, she's a girl. I'll tell her I'm a fag. She will tell me everything.
I can see that. Like, bitch.
Yeah, right. And then the Babylonian whore. I mean, flavor. It's just flavor. You know that she's going to start some shit.
Yeah.
She's going to be scandalous. Somebody going to call her a hoe. Somebody going to get caught in the bathroom getting blown by her. She's flavor for the party. I don't really need more than that.
Yeah, in much detail, what would be the perfect day for you?
Yes.
Yeah,
I am a bit of a car nut. My father is a mechanic. All my brothers are mechanics. I'm the black sheep of the family by being a computer mechanic as opposed to a car mechanic, but it's still
the same thing. Yeah, I see it.
Right. It's in my blood. That need for speed. My sister's the same way.
Okay.
That bitch, fuck her. But like she's crazy. But I mean, I run a car club, which is it's my butch point,
Okay.
Yeah, I run a car club, and we have a lot of fun. It's all about Mazdas, RX-8s and stuff like that. I drive an RX-8, and that's Project Adam.
Okay.
I got them as just a stock car, and the project is, all the upgrades that I'm doing to them. So really, yeah, for me, the perfect day is because when you get that kind of warm where it's just humid enough that your skin doesn't dry out, so you're not all ashy, and the sun is out, but there's just enough cloud so that way it's not in your face. We're looking at a road that's going straight into a mountain that then just curves and curves and curves, and just having a car that will hug that and be able to do that all day long. Have nobody fuck with you either. No cops, no slow ass old ladies driving Priuses.
Sunday drivers.
To me, that's a perfect day. I love it.
Would you sing to someone you love? Like, what do you think about your own singing voice? Like,
I like it. I feel that I actually had a vocal trainer for a while.
Okay.
I used to sing for a cover band. We used to do a lot of alternative rock stuff, which was fun. And it's like it's like I'm no stranger to the stage. So I have a good time. I get up there, I sing the songs I know I can sing note for note.
Right.
I don't get up there and do a damn song I don't know. That's just
embarrassing. So you mean you don't go there and try to sing Mariah Carey and shit?
Yeah, none of that shit. None of that shit. There'll be no Whitney Houston trying to come out of my mouth. It just doesn't work.
People kill me.
And, I figure, when my partner's there, if I do bad, that's kind of a reflection on him, like, oh, God, you got up there and you're with him who can't sing worth a shit? Damn, dude, look at you.
Yeah.
So it's like, when he's there, it's kind of like, well, I guess I am sort of singing for that too, right?
Yeah. So number 6, if you could live to 100 and retain either your mind or your body at 30 for the rest of your life, which would you choose? And you said you basically chose mine, but you had a funny thing to say. You're actually healthier now than you were at 30. So
yeah. Like I don't really think I'd want to be at my body at 30. If I was to maintain my body at 30, and that's what I was like stuck with for eternity, dude, I'd be a little pissed about that.
Yeah, I think I would too, actually.
It's like I was sporting like a size 40 something jean. It wasn't pretty. I'm much better now. Like if you could stick with now, even then I'd probably tell you, hell no, I still got work to do.
Yeah.
It's like, I think I'd rather have my mind. I'd rather get to live to be 100 and at least not be crazy.
Right. You were raised. What would it be?
Right? Like everybody's got their story,
right.
And just like everybody has a story, I've got my own, and it definitely wasn't easy. But if I changed any of it,
yeah,
I wouldn't be this. I wouldn't have the sense of responsibility that I have. I wouldn't have the sense of of something better. You know what I mean? And that's a big... I might be at that very same level. I might be down here as opposed to being up here.
Yeah.
So I really don't think I'd fuck with it. It's like I went what I went through because I had to go through it.
Right.
If I didn't have to go through it, I wouldn't have gone through it.
Yeah, that is a good way of seeing it. And okay, if you could wake up tomorrow and gain any ability or quality, what would it be and why? And you say, if we're talking mutant abilities, because I think everyone went there first. You said flying, yes, obviously. And if you were talking like regular abilities, you wanted to be able to make things, or like weapons, or
like a craftsman.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Like those things, those skills are slowly becoming extinct.
Right.
As more machines create molds and everything else, all of the crafting skills, the ability to wield a hammer, melt and smith, metals to make jewelry and weapons and clothing, and the very idea of going to a place and having a suit tailor-made for you these days is almost it's completely out of your mind. It's like, who the hell gets a suit tailor-made?
Right.
Go
ahead. I'm sorry.
But think about what it takes to tailor a suit. And then when you finally get one, it fits like a glove. No one looks as good in that suit as you do, because it's made just for you.
Right.
If it was something I can gain, a quality or a trait, it would definitely be one of these crafting traits, something that not everybody knows that I can pull out if there was a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. What is your most trusted, treasured memory, and how would your personality change if you discovered that it were false? And you said, coming out to your mother, and talk a little bit about that, like, because that's an interesting one. Like, is it a treasured memory? Usually, that's a painful, horrible memory.
Right. I'm the luckiest faggot this side of the east frickin' of whatever. I'm lucky. I'm really lucky. Let's just say that the smell of balls and pantyhose is not unknown to me. My mom had a lot of friends, a lot of gay friends, and that's just kind of what it was.
Wow.
So when I came out to her, She's like, really? Well, that's nice. You still can't have girls in your room. And with this being known, can I dress you up? Can we go out? Like, you know, she wants to put me in drag. I'm like, are you kidding?
He just a grown size Ken. That's basically what he is.
That's all I became to her was a grown size Ken doll. She gonna put me in Barbie's clothes and just see what it's like.
Oh Lord, no.
So, I mean, I really got lucky. I really did. You know, she didn't freak out. She didn't kick me out.
Right.
It was nothing like the horror stories you hear from other black gay families where, you know, gay is just not gonna cut it, and, you know, their fathers are beating their asses and everything else.
Right.
I didn't have any of that. You know, she was just like, it is what it is. I love gay people anyway. You know, my sister cried, but not because I was gay, because I didn't trust her enough to tell her.
Yeah.
And then get this, they outed my ass at Easter dinner, and I wasn't even there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So number 13, which I think was, you know, the one that James was laughing at the most, which is, what is the most embarrassing moment of your life? And do you feel, do you feel any embarrassment when you think about it now? And so the most embarrassing moment of your life was falling asleep when you were masturbating, your mom catching you, and making basically a comment about your dick size, which,
Which is odd for a mom to say, but
it is. And we made me go,
Yes, exactly. It is the worst thing ever. So, yeah, in my household, sex is not a big deal.
Yeah.
This is where I get the idea that Americans are promiscuous Puritans, because in my house, sex wasn't a big deal. My mother's idea was that if sex was a big deal, and sex was taboo, and sex was this thing you weren't supposed to do, but most kids get off on doing shit they're not supposed to do. If there's no mystery to it, then she's able to educate. But I don't know what happened. All I know is that when I woke up, my hand was on my junk, my covers were down, and my TV was on.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh hell. I get up and I walk out. My mom's out there, you know, getting everything ready for her day to start. And that's when she then lets me know, pretty much in a nutshell, hun, don't fall asleep while jerking off. I saw all your business, and, well, lucky for you, girls won't have a problem. They're going to like you. And just to have your mother even acknowledge that she saw it is enough to make you want to jump off a bridge. Then to have your mother acknowledge that not only did she see it, but it was in its fully erect state, and that she now knows all your tea. I went to school and just felt like I was going to cry the whole day. I'm not embarrassed now about it because it's a funny story. But back then, I came home, I didn't look my mother in the face.
Everybody got that story.
Week before shit got back to normal.
No, you remember back in the day when...
Number 14. When was the last time you cried in front of another person or by yourself? And it was, you said when you had a cancer scare a few months ago.
Last year,
And you said you don't remember the last time you cried alone. So
by myself, it doesn't happen too often. Every now and then, a commercial might make me close, where it's like, am I gonna? And it's like, no, that's gas. Okay, I'm all right.
Okay, what is the biggest misconception people have about you? Is there anything that you can do to change it? And you said that you are a criminal or mean, and because of, I think we talked a little bit about that, like just having tattoos. People might think that you're a thug or whatever. I guess the other thing is, like, what do you think you can do to change that misperception, or do you even want to? Like, what do you think about that?
That's a double-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword because on one hand, there's nothing I can do. I can't get shorter. I can't get wider, and my tattoos are already here. They ain't going nowhere, so I can't really do anything about it in that sense. And in one sense, I mean, it's protection. That shit will protect you.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody thinks you're a badass, you don't have to prove you're a badass. You really don't.
Yeah.